Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can use policies to resolve some API programming situations. So let me share my screen. Okay, so I believe you can see my screen now. So let me go to the classic situation. So this is our API gateway. We have our API gateway here, and let me confirm that the header, okay, we have our header here. So if I should run this, we get the list of um courses in our web API, and it's retrieving this data. Our web API is connected to a storage account. Okay, so this makes sense. And if I should copy this and I put / that's course ID, it retrieves for just that particular course. It makes sense. Okay. But for some reasons, you might have some users, some end users that they might want to get for a particular course and they want to use query string. So something like question mark, adding a parameter. That's the usual way it is done, is equal to this. But if we should use this, our programming structure, our API programming does not account for this structure. So it's taking it's picking this /API/course, and it doesn't understand this course ID equal to something. So that's why we are still having the entire courses here. So this is something that can be resolved in our code. We can resolve it by going back to our web API and going to our controllers and um, our program.cs, as well as the service. By modifying those, we can have an handler for this structure of API endpoints. But an even quicker way of resolving it is to use policies, since we are using the API management service. And I'll be showing you what you can do to get it resolved. So let me share my screen. Let's go to our Azure portal. Okay, so let me share my screen. So speaking about policies, there are so many policies that you can use. So this is just a little that we are touching on in this video. In the last video, I showed you something on source IP addresses. Um, Over here, this is really URL rewriting. So we are trying to rewrite the URL. We have a particular URL pattern where we want to kind of like sanitize it and try to pick information from it that we want to use in to send the request. So what I would do is, this is our API, it's already opened. These are the operations: add course, get all courses, and get single course. So we select for get single course, then we want to add a policy. So you can either click to add policy or you use the editor. So I'll be using the editor. Yeah, so then I come over here. So it is an inbound rule because it's something that is coming into our API management service. We are sending a request into it. So we put this in. Yeah, so we should also take note of the structure. So you can even further customize this to fit into any type of variable that is included, not just course ID. But this is the course ID that is being picked, and is being mapped to the ID for that particular course. Okay, so I believe this should make sense. Yeah, I think this should make sense. So I'll be saving this now and we'll try to run it again to see if there are any changes. If it doesn't work, we'll make some more modification and see how we can fix it. So let me save. Yeah, so it's been saved. So what I would do now is I would share my Postman again. Um, Let me share Postman. Okay. Yeah, so we're on Postman now. So let me just change this to, previously when we ran this, it returned everything. Um, Let me just change this to 3. Let's go for the third one. Let's see. And it does work. So you can see we are now having just the API is working as expected. So whether the user enters it this way or he enters it this way, which is the right format. Let's make this 2 now. It will always work as it ought to be. Okay, so you can use policies for URL rewriting. That's just the entire aim of this video. So when you have a URL, you can rewrite it before processing it. So that's basically what we are doing. So if you find this video helpful, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, everyone.